me. Oh my goodness.
You say that as a Leshrac player. It sounds great to me.
But I do think if Valve...
Hey.
Taking the devil.
Bam!
Well, guess what? He can cast Edict without worrying it getting dispelled.
Yeah, that's true. Dispel that, you frog bitch.
And him hit the guy with tag team buff damage, where the whole team's bursting him. So that's one of the reasons I lean towards this.
Snowball coming after mid one. GPK already brought him a little bit low. Now they blocked him in with the ice shards, and they will get the kill. They're both low, though. Katomi's going to die the tower, and GPK, oh, he sidesteps one of the fire spirits, gets hit by the other, and will die here. So 2 for 1. Works out pretty nicely for the MOUZ supports, though, as the Phoenix level 4. He's got to be really happy about that.
Also lost Galvanized stacks. Not really a productive gank for the Storm, even though they get the Lesh first. Sure. And everybody's dead for this power rune. But it's an arcane bottom. They're going to be able to hold it for the Lesh TP. So MOUZ really won out in that exchange overall. That would have been a big rune for both mids.
Miro will end up dying trying to cut the wave.
Damn. Gets run down by a dragon.
And now Save is in some trouble, though GPK to the rescue here is going to try and kill Celery. Celery has been lured into feeding away a Galvanized stack back to Celery.
A nice kill for GPK. Cost him a lot of mana. They weren't even stealing some of your Ancients here. Nice little Ancient Prowlers.
Save. Well, the Bramble, if he could separate from the... Nah, he can't get far enough away. The catchy lick attempted, Miro. That's not going to work. You've got to admit the look is at least iconic.
About Rammstein.
Oh, that... There we go. Mid one, pulled back by the catchy lick into the Brambles here, but here comes Boom. GPK's out of mana. They want to get him inside this arena, but he's got a soul ring and he gets to the other side of the arena walls. It was very close. If Boom had attempted the spear then arena play.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't go for it. Because if you're going to throw the arena regardless, then you should have just gone for the spear ring, right?
Yeah.
That's the Ramstein version. Duhast balls in God.
Goodbye, Frog.
He's having a rough life up here, man. He's just been ganked, his tower's been killed, but the team, maybe they can bail him out.
Well, Miro, he's going to live. He's going to live. They actually got the kill, and Miro's going to play a happy little tune. He's a happy Frog now. Look at him go. God,
oh, boy.
Something else. Yeah, look at him.
The face of pure
evil. Look at all
evil.
the little guys. Yay. Oh, they're dead now.
I did get the D-ward on the triangle, so there's one of those D-wards down, but these other two are going to be protected by MOUZ.
Do you believe Terrai is going to be required here? It'll stop the damage on GPK just enough that he can get away scot-free here. Now the chase on the other side. They saw 2 cores, and they feel like they can take this, and Katomi runs in at 3 heroes and says, wait, I thought they were alone. Snowballs away. Snowballs into Boom. Now they got the arena on Kiritich. Maybe they bought it a little bit more than they could chew here. The Supernova on the side is definitely going to help. The Sphere does not latch. Catchy Lick pulling back into Boom.
He's too
Neo mid one's here with the Shield Rune and Chrysalis with a Blink Dagger. They're going to chase after more. Miro, he's definitely caught. Save. He's going to make a run for it. But Boom, he's got a Blink Dagger. Should be able to catch another. Got the Spear on him. And Kiritich, you just got to let this be. They have certainly lost this fight. Save the final kill. Got him. Crystal's going to dive into the tier 3 areas here. There is buybacks available for these Bet Boom supports, but they opt not to use it. Now they're going to try and make a bit more of an offensive move, but at the same time, Jarcopter got caught. Largo's trying to get here with the rest of the team. They ran down the Enchantress. Who cares? Take a 5 position. Chrysalis is at half HP trying to fight this one out, though. It's a little difficult. Terrorize hits onto the 2 of them. GPK will have enough mana to finish off Chrysalis. They do manage to get it. Now he's got to make a run for it. Mid one is getting low, and look at Miro, man. This Largo's just too damn strong. This Aghanim Scepter, this timing.
He's got a regen running. That is this entire fight.
Oh, man, that's nasty.
Yeah, that's what wins him that fight. GPK picked up that rune right before, and that's what gave him the power to kill the Enchantress. Keep this Storm high. He has to take an entire other fight on top of that rune, and now he's still regenning up.
Yeah, you think people out there are going to tune into every Avery cast just for a
sicko will. Some sickos like into masochism, you know.
Oh, Chrysalis, they're going to turn back onto him here. Underneath the Sun Ray, it's a little difficult, but maybe they feel like they have enough burst damage with the Bedlam chase down here. It's going to be close. Got the arena onto these heroes, and Miro's out of mana. Another Sun Ray goes out, and Chrysalis is totally fine. Misreaded situation now with Yule's Spear. Not available yet. Still on cooldown, so GPK is able to zip on out of here.
Any blinks left? There's a blink spear. Will they respond to the complaint? Unless you work at valvesoftware.com, in which case you don't respond to the complaint.
No, you actively use the complainers as fuel to keep things going the way they are. Miro trying to play away his stage. Oh, there he goes.
I really feel like that Boom had a save your buddy syndrome.
Yeah.
Like, why are they trying to bail some of these guys out that are clearly gone?
Maybe you took a little bit too much from them having a good time in the cams and their loss earlier. Maybe they need less teamwork and synergy.
Oh, the great escape. He almost got out. They're getting a lot out of this Aegis period, building a significant lead here, taking a bunch of towers.
That's yeah, I was gonna say
that was like an
it's
old volume.
Very difficult for Gyro not to do any damage.
Well, he has BKB now, so they're just
got the two supports. That's really big. If they can blow up the Gyro, they don't get the. Well, okay, they're gonna commit for it. Kiritage, BKB trying to kill the egg. He can't kill it. He can't kill it. Oh no! What a misread from BetBoom. Kiritage now with the rest of his BKB trying to get away. Yule's on him into the split earth. Oh, nice pullback though. They got him out of the split earth, and it's the Leshrac who dies instead. What a great play from BetBoom. It goes from terrible to great. I can't keep track of which is which at this point in time. Is now Crystal's gonna BKB, TP out. No punch. He doesn't have the punch. He's no mana boy.
No mana boy, no punch boy. Nonetheless, here's the smoke from MOUZ with their BKB timing.
Yeah. Mid one's trying to pick it up right now. He gets the BKB and he's got a haste rune, so he can get to his team pretty quickly here with a pipe and a BKB. A lot of the magic damage goes out the window, especially if Katomi's just going to die 100-0 at the very start. With beautiful arena with the supernova in the middle. Kiritage is already burning out. Mid one with this haste rune is making really good use of it. Runs down the gyrocopter. Miro with his BKB is left with no allies, so he's playing a song to nobody.
Gonna try and turn on the DK.
Oh, Dragon Knight's gonna take a lot of damage. GPK comes in big here.
And look at this.
Meanwhile, 2 minutes without the Cursed Crown. Mid one almost dies to it. GPK can finish him off. He got the final hit in right before the BKB wears thin. Now he's just reliant on the rest of his mana regen from the Galvanized stacks. There's enough to kill the Mars. Now they're running out of damage. Yamish is gonna run down as well. Miro, GPK, he TPs away, and Miro's going to, I don't even know what you do here. I think they both exist and either dies.
Yeah, I think you just TP out.
Yeah, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Hope you enjoyed the show.
Turn into the two-man show here between this Storm and Frog.
And Kaya Sanj is going to be done soon for Miro, which is great for him. One of the problems has been mana regen. Yules, they're not following that up. In fact, GPK is going to follow it up for him. He's going to chase after Boom, pull him back in. BKBs have to be used. They're going to have to Miro. Miro activates his BKB, but he is still going to die here. 1,000 damage crit from Crystallis. Big short work of him.
Gotta respect. You can also just jump the high ground and take the fight. You still have Elder or Dragon form. Half the duration.
They're gonna terrorize, gets a high ground ward. Got him before the Shadow Realm. That's gonna be the Dark Willow dying at the very start. Kiritage throwing out those flat-handed shots, but he's dying fast. The single target damage of Crystallis. They cannot stand to this power. Too much to handle.
Surprised BetBoom sat there like that. Because GBK, he's 25 now. He has overload bounce. He can buy this
pretty far forward here. They're gonna Dragon Tail him. Yeah, good snowball save. He's got BKB Satanic, remember. Katomi, not so much, though. Kiritage just going to have to run away. And BetBoom are still confused. Are we taking this or not? She was jumping. Beautiful eggs with the terrorize over the top. That is just a devastation. Celery and Crystallis and Yamage almost all fall in that initiation from GPK and save.
What? That's the combo, man. That is the combo. They might even get Boom here. Got a missile on him. Save.
Yeah, the missile's going to keep chasing.
So they're going to run it back here.
Oh, they're actually going to do Torment. This is crazy. Unless they're going to TP out of this play immediately. I don't think they realize that BetBoom want to take the fight.
GBK is just going to go.
Skipping right into grab two. Medium follow-up with the Bedlam. They're getting diced up. The Sunray, it's not enough to be able to bail out mid one. Yamage can still get some damage done. Maybe kill save. The burn. Supernova goes out. Miro is going to have to play his way out of here. Heal up. He'll be okay. This is clearly still BetBoom winning the fight. But good on Yamage to at least get something out of the situation and TP out. Well, this should be pretty obvious if you're getting a full lane of barracks with nobody showing. GPK zips up to the high ground here. He's got a shield rune. They spot him with a high ground ward. GPK zips on out of there. Yeah, here it comes. They're still pushing in. Kiritich is going to put himself on the front lines with this Aegis to make the jump onto Leshrac, though. Leshrac getting low. Mid one gets off the BKB, and he doesn't have a buyback. Supernova's going to be used with the Sunray along the side. Miro with the BKBs getting out of the arena, trying to save these supports. The supports are just not dying that quickly. Another round of the Supernova. Miro's getting lower, though. Celery's doing some good damage off the impetuses. Supernova explodes, and finally the supports are going to die. What a grab from GPK, getting all four.
It's done.
That's the blue hole you're talking about, getting everybody.
He waited. He just stood on the side of the fight, watching all these spells go off, trying to kill Largo. They just waited the entire fight. I wish we could have a replay of that fight just from the Gyro and Storm's perspective. They just sat on the hill. He literally wasn't doing anything for 10 seconds. Just watching egg number 1 go off. Still standing there. Watching egg number 2 go off. He's still just standing there. It's like looking at his wristwatch, you know? I'm going to jump any day now. I'm just waiting for you guys to use everything, and the second everything's done, insta jump fight's over. It just doesn't change almost anything. So I think you had to try and all in some of these cores. It's not easy at that point. You just lost momentum somewhere in that mid game.
Yep. He's chatting. He's like, mid one, how do you feel? He's like,
I think mid one is thinking about like, after I throw my axes, I'm gonna wait 2 seconds and then I'm gonna throw my axes again. And then I'm gonna check my mana pool and notice that it hasn't moved at all.
Probably thinking about all the minus armor synergy they have.
It's doing the math, putting the numbers together.
And we have tag team this time. Yay!
Hooray! Tag team, give damage. Damage, give kill. Kill, give gold.
That's a really influential first blood not to get, because then Kataomi gets to heal up, come back in, and get first blood for his carry. Kind of what Yamich likes to do. You could always send the Warlock bot too, like even if Marcy's up here. The Warlock rather play there anyway.
Pick me up, jump on a Kiritich, pull him back into the crush. Still underneath the tower though, and they got to be careful. The tag team and slow down the heroes. Bushwhack on 2, splitting up the damage though off the Fatal Bonds. They will get the kill, and now they have the numbers. They'll run down safe next. Katomi's like, all I can do is really CS here, brother. Not much I can do about that one.
Nice little move. I like this trade-off. Your SF misses a little CS, but he's still farming well down here. The worst trade-off is the space for Largo. So if you're afraid of Largo getting a faster Ags, this is not worth it.
Well, you shouldn't be afraid of Argo, right? With this lineup.
No, exactly. So I think
nice shot.
It makes some sense here to me. Marcy's still up here.
Here he comes. Boop. And if it pulls the supports off of the bottom lane, it's just a Largo versus SF 1v1. Who cares?
You're effectively winning 3 lanes right now because mid was abandoned off of the severe blood grenade attrition damage. Oh, careful here. There's a roar available.
Roar does go out, but it went out onto the squirrel. Not really worth it. Ooh, if that shard had landed, there was a possibility of going for the kill. The Fatal Bonds. Uh-oh, Katomi. Save is not going to die off of it. Pick me up attempt here, chasing after GPK. GPK does manage to pull some of the creeps off the tower. That's rough.
In gold and XP, by the way. This Warlock's higher level off of the Grimoire.
Putting the pieces together early. Miro's going to be chased down now as Golem and Roar. And a little pick-me-up action.
This game's looking rough for Bedboom. They just don't have a mid. The Beast is gaining traction around the map. They're going to take a bunch of early tier 1s. Your one hero doing well is this Wind Ranger? But how much can Wind Ranger do to stabilize a map? Not a lot.
And a +1 on Katomi as well. Yeah, this is one of those situations where MOUZ just have like a better read of like what they like to do in these situations. They're trying to get some pressure on the other side of the map by killing Boom with a focus fire. It's taken a while, but they will get there in the end.
Get something out of the Wind Ranger strength right now. So you're trying to find trade-offs here. Just creating some time for this Storm to hit some jungle, maybe look for a power rune here. Jump mid one?
Really? Trying to jump onto him.
I know about that.
With Miro coming in, give him a little catchy lick on a GPK. GPK dropping low, has to lose the last little bit of zip here. Nice shackle shot, though.
Really?
Now we're no longer having the roar. They can try and chase down mid one. Once he gets up to the high ground, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Kiritich is going to keep going for it, though, and he got it in the end.
What a kill.
Storm Spirits, Katomi. Katomi is the one who's going to die to Yamich here, who got his early level 6. Picks up the kill. The Storm Spirit barely did not die to the Fatal Bonds. to rotating into the top lane. Make use of that 1 second best you can. Kiritich still going to be caught. Win runs away, followed up stun. Bushwhack only catching so much here. Great shackle shot though with a focus fire. Actually managed to get a kill as he backs away. And a quick dispel. Kiritich is fine. Now the grab from GPK catching boom, boom. 50% of his health left. Shackle shot not latching to those high ground trees. The Bushwhack will find its mark. Either way, bed boom. Defensive measures engaged and successfully so. 2 kills.
Playing this game almost perfect from the position that he has been put in off of a very rough laning stage.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see.
Oh, they're actually still trying to take some action here despite missing some heroes. Katomi still die.
Nothing to take there.
Yeah.
Got to be wary of this Blink Ags piece that is still a menace around the map. They see the beast bottom. They might fight top now. They saw this beast bottom. That's a massive opening.
He's TPing. He's trying to get there. He knows his team is a little bit exposed. Golden's going to be dropped. Can they finish off? No, the crush. No, the Bushwhack caught on 3. The SF still going to go down. Kiritich, though, is taking so much damage. He's got to make a run for it. Pull them back into the Slaughter. Careful there. Great shackle, though. Kiritich. Again, the shackles are beautiful from him.
It's Valve Software at valvesoftware.com.
Roar, Bushwhack. Oh, it missed off the tumbler toy. What was that?
That was nasty. Look at the smile on his face. I mean, this Warlock's more farmed than the Storm, so. That's a long TP.
Got him on the crush.
TP.
Arrow is dead. Team's going to run into the Beastmaster, though. Kiritich. Gotta land the shackle, doesn't latch to anything. Unfortunate focus fire, he doesn't have a roar, so no defense here. Yamage tries to pull him out, doesn't work. Now they're trickling in 1 by 1, and Save says, we can get more off of this one.
He's right.
They moved the Shadow Fiend up to top, so he can't be down here. And with the Beastmaster dead, then what are you afraid of?
That amp damage didn't work right there. Able to run him down, even with the missed stun. I do not think Pep would want to take this 5-on-5. It looks tough unless you land some crazy shackles.
The aggressive vision did spot some of that smoke. They're going to lock some wards down here. Katomi does get jumped. They couldn't save him. They knew that was coming, and yet it was still too much power. What a shackle shot!
What?
If they get this grab off the Bushwhack, try and burst down the Beastmaster, there is no roar.
What?
Requiem's going to go out, pushing back the rest of Bet Boom. But a BKB for what? You buy the item, you have to press the button to use it.
The last hit.
Oh my God, Bet Boom is going to wipe MOUZ. That is not supposed to happen here.
I need a replay of that. What is this, like some sort of Kiritich legacy game or something? This man's 9-1-6 in a losing game, down 10k the whole time. Gives him the extra armor here.
Yeah. Extra armor, 4 mana regen, 250 mana. Stats on it are kind of nice. See what you can lose that Lotus for. Blocking it, boom, beautiful shard. Pull him back in with a catchy lick. Snowball after more of them. Caught Yamage as well. Kiritich, godlike.
Crumbling for MOUZ. They're just showing heroes getting caught up elsewhere. This probably will finish Lincoln's for Largo, who already has the shards. You gotta be a little careful.
GPK. Oh, we didn't zip away far enough. Oh, GPK, no. No.
Brother, why?
And you can't afford to give openings to this kind of lineup. Single target focus of SF is just way too strong. Take a numbers advantage. You'll get a lot for it. Nice shackle shot. Focus him down. Punch goes up. Snowball as well. All in. Try and finish off Chrysalis. Got a force. That's left. Couple hits were not enough. Nor was the shot there from the Hoodwink. They push back the heroes and mid one dies anyway. Now they got the shackle shot on the boom. Eventually latched after the BKB went down. Miro just played his little tune and killed 2 cores, I guess.
Wait, how did that shackle? The frog knows no downtime here.
Landed up tempo beat. There's the jump, got the SF. GPK, they turn back from mid one instead. He got off the BKB, gets off the roar, and the Shadow Fiend's doing some damage. Kiritich though, focus fire, and he just takes the fight to the Shadow Fiend and brings him down with the win run. Still being untouchable. It doesn't matter how much physical damage you have if you can't hit through that win run.
He didn't work this game.
Absolute monster.
This was his game, man, through and through. He absolutely held down the board. The rest of the team was crumbling, getting run at by this beast. GPK had nothing. Look a little different, but he's still 2 levels away because you haven't won a team fight. You're 3-3-3. Half of the 666.
Got him inside the snowball. That allows him to get off the win run and focus fire down. Boom. Chase is in pretty deep for it. Meanwhile, the Storm actually got caught mid one. He's still able to get the zip away. Crystal is going to die to Miro. Kiritich is not dead yet. Still, despite getting almost all of his HP at the very start of that fight, bet boom. Keep everybody up and close out the 2-0 in style.
He ended up taking, I believe, almost 800 damage from Croca Genius on the SF in that last fight. With the pop off of, he put it on himself in the Storm, and then it both popped at the end and just chunked him down. I think so. I think they're just such a magic-oriented team. I think you're either supposed to go BKB here or some satanic build where you can sit in the fight. You know, okay, maybe I'm not debuffing you, but if I can just get a couple hits off with crit, I'm going to heal back up to full.